Nigga!
I spent 20 on the ring, I'm a trophy, I'm ballin'. Had to blood the
The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. And on tap tonight, it's the Warriors going up against Chicago. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Now the starting group for the visitors. Pachulia is out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's Thompson, and it's Durant in at the 3. And for Chicago, Olajuwon is out there with Shaquille O'Neal. Then there's Edwards. Then there's John Morant, and it's Mashburn in at the small forward. Here we go. And it's Chicago to start out. Curry against Morant. And finished off by Morant.
How about the handles from the young fella? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Curry passes to Thompson. Curry a screen on Edwards. Thompson for 3. It's good from long range.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work. Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Here's Curry. Lays it up and banks it in.
Excellent touch by Stephen Curry. What a smooth offensive player.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially late on drives to the rim.
Here's Green, following the basket by John Morant. Pachulia sets a screen for KD. Pass to Pachulia, just 5 to shoot. O'Neal with the defensive effort.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
As a passer, Morant has developed great instincts, and he's going to exploit those gaps in the D.
Outside, KD. From deep, Green. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Mashburn. Lets it go from deep. And it's Durant with the rebound. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Here. Livingston's checked in. On offense, here are the Warriors. Curry passes to Thompson. Back to Curry. Lets the 3 fly. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And the basket by Edwards.
Anthony Edwards just reading what the defense giving up. Gets to his mid-range game right there.
Down low. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Anderson Varejau's checked in for Green. Curry on the wing. Guarded by Morant. Elbow shot is on the way. And he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in.
just shows you how impressive Curry's shooting ability is, that he can adjust for any distance.
Morant with it, out defended by Verjao. Offensive rebound, outside Edwards. Sinks the triple. Edwards got 5.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Let's get an update on Durant. What's the status, David?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Warriors' head athletic trainer. He is in a lot of pain right now because of what they told me is a dislocated finger.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
Now here's Barnes. Back to Curry. 5 on the clock. From past the arc. Chicago grabs a miss. Here's Tatum. And it's sent back by KD.
Well, how about the defense from Kevin Durant? Sends that shot back.
Olajuwon, good.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Now here's Pachulia. Scoreless thus far. Good defense by Wembanyama. Ferocious swat. Curry against Edwards. And the Warriors miss again. Here's Chicago. They're on a 13-4 run. It's stolen by Curry. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Puts up a deep 3 from beyond the arc and then some. Curry's got 7 points.
The supreme confidence from Steph Curry to attempt that shot, let alone make it. Impossible to measure this guy's range.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Pachulia, and some nice defense there to end the quarter. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Chicago leads by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. You've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Another strength for them today, guys, mid-range shooting. Normally the defense wants to give you that shot. Let's see if they adjust at all.
They've got Victor Wembanyama. Jason Tatum is out there with Garnett. And it's Young, and it's Mitchell in at the 2 guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Livingston. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Now here's Livingston. Tight defense on him. Pass to Looney. Just 5 on the clock. Livingston with it. He's against Young. Livingston, no luck. Chicago leading by 7. Tatum finds Wembanyama. On the wing, Mitchell. Takes it from 10. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for David West. And so it's Livingston bringing it up now for the Warriors. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. making a switch here. O'Neal's checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. McGee, he's checked in for Kevon Looney. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. On the wing, Barnes. Guarded by Tatum. Barnes can't get it to go. Chicago leading by 10. Young from outside. They grab their own miss. And the dunk by O'Neal.
The strength of O'Neal is otherworldly.
Now here's Livingston, defended by Young. Thompson outside to halt the run. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Here's Tatum. McGee with the block. Mitchell looking it over. Shoots the three. He can't get it to go.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Green kicks to Livingston. Barnes outside. Thompson for the triple. Thompson with the three.
And Thompson thrives in those catch-and-shoot situations.
Young outside. Rebound by JaVale McGee.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Here's Young. Still yet to score. From the high post. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
And we tend to focus on the outside shooting with Young, but his in-between game is just as lethal.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
The Warriors shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. That free throw good from Thompson.
Well, Thompson is known for that shooting ability, but deserves more recognition for his defense. He's got the size, the lateral quickness, and most importantly, the desire defensively.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Olajuwon's checked in for O'Neal. Rand comes in for Tatum. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Mitchell. And Iverson's subbed in for Young. Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, what a delivery. The catch and shoot for Garnett. Perfect.
Rand against Durant. Pass to West. Curry with him. Five to shoot. Thompson for three. Chicago grabs the miss. Olajuwon's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Garnett with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second team foul.
And that passion that Garnett plays with is really infectious. He's always talking and trying to get himself and his guys going.
Pachulia, he's checked in for the Warriors. All free throws good from Kevin Garnett.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Curry passes to Pachulia. Thompson outside, fires the three. Olajuwon grabs the miss. Olajuwon's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the paint, Garnett finds Olajuwon.
I mean,
hope you can appreciate the torque that kind of move generates. He just has that natural explosiveness. The dream is something to behold.
And it's the Warriors with the ball after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Curry against Iverson. Thompson, a screen on Garnett. Here's Green. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Elijah, no good.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Curry, no good again that time. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And so we wrap up the first half. It's Chicago. They lead by 13. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Klay Thompson is out there with Curry. And it's Durant. Then there's Pachulia. And it's Green in at the 4. Chicago leading by 13. Now here's Iverson. No scoring in this one. Shoots over Curry. Great D that time from Curry. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Curry passes to Durant. It's blocked. And they'll get another chance. Thompson misses. And so here is Chicago. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Knocks down the 3 ball. Olajuwon's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Chicago.
No questioning Iverson's skill for moving the ball. A guy this open is an easy dime for him.
It's stolen by Olajuwon. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Iverson. And Iverson throws it down.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now here's Curry. 7 points in the game. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Going with an almost entirely new group. Shaq's checked in for Olajuwon. Jason Tatum comes in for Brand. Edwards has come in for Doncic. And it's Morant in for Allen Iverson. And Durant puts up a deep 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Durant's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, you see the unlimited range of Kevin Durant, and how easy is it to the Slim Reaper.
Green with the ball. Now guarded by Tatum. Here's Curry with the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. They led by as many as 18 points. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and Mashburn, really one of the more versatile guys at that forward position. He can score, rebound, and pass all at a high level.
Both shots good from the stripe. And it's the Warriors' ball. 17-point game. Curry passes to Pachulia. To the inside. Here's KD. And And finished off by Katie.
Yeah, Kevin Durant making you pay on the interior. Look out around the rim.
Over in the corner, Edwards. Mashburn, the pass to Edwards. Takes a three. And again, Chicago. No good. Mashburn's gone 1 of 4 so far. And the foul called on Edwards. That's his first foul. And he's checked in for Chicago. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Morant against Curry. Inside. Thompson passes to Pachulia. Shot clock at 6. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Well, these interior looks are important for Zaza Pachulia, right? He's showing he's not just a defensive presence, but an offensive threat as well.
Now here's Morant. To the middle. Here's Shaq. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. And Chicago leads by 15.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Durant against Brand. They get it back. Here's Pachulia. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Chicago leading by 15. Brand kicks to Tatum. The three-pointer, no good. Tatum's gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And it's good, 2 points. Edwards got 9.
Man, that's strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact, doesn't bother him.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. He's checked in for Shaq. Then for the Warriors, Anderson Varejau's checked in for Pachulia. West comes in for Green, and it's Livingston in for Durant. On defense, Chicago. They lead by 17. Pass to Livingston. And here's Varejao to the inside. Here's West. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Tatum. It's stolen by Curry. 14 feet away. Varejao dishes to Curry. Over Tatum. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for Chicago. Out to Morant. And he banks in the layup. He's got 6.
And no problem for Morant that close to the hoop. Once he gets inside, he makes it look easy.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now here's Livingston. Varejao with a screen on Edwards. Down low. And it's slammed in by Varejao.
You're talking about a fundamentally sound player in Sean Livingston. This guy understands how to manipulate the pick and roll.
And here's Tatum for 3. That shot missing. And so it's Chicago, out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And with the fourth quarter upon us. Time is running out for this game to become competitive. Chicago leading by 17. They've got Jason Tatum. Ja Morant, he's out there with Edwards. Then there's Brand, and it's Wembanyama in at the center filling out the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Morant passes to Tatum. Back to Morant. Tries again. That's good from Wembanyama on the assist by Morant. And Chicago leads by 19. Outside, KD. Back to Livingston. Stolen by Brand. And Tatum with a clear path to the hoop. Here's the floater. No good from Brand.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Green. And Green slams it in.
Well, Draymond Green, off the dribble drive, the ability to go at the rim with great force. I love it.
And the basket by Tatum.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And here is Green. After Jason Tatum getting his shot to go from deep. The jump hook and the rejection by Tatum. And it's Brand with the jam.
And once Brand sees the setup pass coming, he knows just what to do and uses that leaping ability for the finish.
KD passes to Looney. Thompson looking for an opening. Pass to Livingston. On the wing, Thompson. On the clock. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Floats it up for Wembanyama. That one misses.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Chicago leading by 20. Outside Tatum. Back to Wembanyama. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Pachulia, he's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Sean Livingston. Wembanyama has gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Looking to get it going. And the layup by Curry.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got 5 rebounds tonight. Green kicks to Thompson. Pass to Pachulia. Here's KD. Outside Curry.
2 minutes.
Drills it from outside. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
Kevin Durant sees the game as well as any player, and with his size and vision, that combination is lethal.
Young's shot is off.
Well, you're trying to answer the 3, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
Curry finds Durant. And the 3 off target. Chicago leading by 17. Young pass to Mitchell. Launches a 3. And Young with the basket on the assist by Elijah Wan.
And most of the time, you expect Young's 3-ball to fall. That's just how good he is.
Thompson outside. Pass to Pachulia. And Curry has it in the corner. To the paint. And Pachulia with the dunk.
Well, you want to stop Steph in the 2-man game, but he's so smart. He'll get others involved.
Young outside. Back to Mitchell. Here's Elijah Wan. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Kevin Durant. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Chicago.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
And that one's good, Barnes. 43 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Young for three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Livingston with it. West outside. And Verejao kicks it to West. Pass to McGee. Back to West. Garnett with the block. Young against Verejao. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.